Welcome to the W7W Podcast, a podcast about our local yarn shop. I'm Amy.
I'm Hunter.
Thanks for joining us today. If you make it through the whole show, we're going to do a giveaway.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. So what do we got going on?
All right, we've got some events coming up. We've got specifically some trunk shows.
We've got one in progress.
We have a Twisted Owl trunk show in progress.
Mm-hmm. Abby sent some of her Sparkle 2-ply and Lux 150. Let me see if you can see some of this sparkle on the camera. Oh, you can kind of.
Can you?
There's a little bit in the pink right there. Oh, yeah, in the blue. Yeah. Really fun stellina in there. It's a 75-25. 75 merino, 20 nylon, and 5% stellina. And she also sent some of her Lux 150. It's 150 grams of merino cashmere nylon. That's an 80-10-10. You could do a whole project out of this. 600 yards. Really pretty.
I keep going the wrong way when I zoom in. I go like, well, and then it's like, nope, this way.
She and Byron stopped by last week. Seems like about a week ago. They were on their way. They're just going through town. Byron's in a band, so he was actually doing some recording. Mm-hmm. And so they just popped in and said, hey, you want a trunk show? Oh, because last trunk show she had some Sparkle 2-ply and it all sold out. Mm-hmm. But before it did, I snagged one. And she said, hey, you want to do another trunk show? And I said, sure. So I said, let me start knitting that Sparkle 2-ply that I got. So I paired it with one of her solids, and I made this lavish pattern called Pink Monarda, although mine's green. Really fun. I'm not going to say easy. It went really fast. Easy if you're a lace knitter. I didn't even use a lifeline.
Daredevil.
Because I'm lazy. And I felt like the whole time I was like, this feels like driving at night without your seatbelt. Like you can't drink, can't be distracted.
Where's the fun in that?
Yeah. But it went by very fast. So this is Suzanne Lavish's Pink Monarda pattern on Ravelry. Lavish Designs. This is the size small. It comes in two different sizes, small and large. So I used maybe not even a whole skein of my Sparkle socks, maybe just half. No, definitely not a whole skein, but maybe only half of that. You could do a large one with one skein of the speckle. But then if you're going to do a large, I would recommend maybe 2 skeins of the solid because the lace really eats up a lot of it.
Would you say it went really fast because you couldn't drink while you're working on it and you're like, all right, I'm just going to power through this thing?
Maybe so.
Okay.
But this lace design, pretty easy. I'd even do it in black. I've always wanted a black lace shawl. This might be the one that I try to tackle in black. Maybe add some beads to it. Some
big words coming from you.
I know. Mm-hmm. Okay. What other trunk shows do we have this month?
We've got Roundtable Yarn on the 11th, which is a Saturday. Mm-hmm. They're going to be here all day. We're excited about that.
Karen's going to bring her lovely locally hand-dyed yarns and hang out with us for a Saturday, so you can come and meet her.
We're always happy to have local dyers come in and do trunk shows.
Mm-hmm. And, of course, we've got our Grace's Cases trunk show. She's going to be in town on Thursday, November 16th. You can come and visit with her. She sent ahead a few of her popular cases so that you can have a look at those.
This is the deluxe case.
Deluxe.
I'm going the wrong way again.
It's hard.
All the pockets, more pockets, and then it just keeps going.
You know what's cool about these little pockets is they have little tabs that you can write information on. You can write what size cables you're storing in there. It's pretty neat. Mm-hmm. And this whole center part zips out. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And even more pockets.
Mm-hmm. These are really, really a lot of craftsmanship went in those.
Absolutely. And this is a smaller travel case.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Those
indeed.
are beautiful. Great for your interchangeables.
And like Amy said, we are looking forward to seeing Grace on the 16th, which is Thursday.
Also, events in November. There's a couple of big events in November. First, there's Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm. That's true. And so, holiday schedule up here at the shop. We are going to be closed on Thanksgiving on Thursday, and then we are going to be closed the day after Thanksgiving on Friday. We both have a big family, and we've got a lot of thanks to be giving.
Yeah, I kind of rebel against Black Friday. I don't leave my house that day.
We do leave the house to
we
go
do,
eat
but
turkey.
I don't participate in any retail activity on Friday.
There we go. And so we will be closed for 2 days that week. I'm sorry, folks. We are going to do our best to make up for it by following it up with the following Saturday with a small business Saturday sale. Yes, everything will be 20% off in the shop all day, and that is going to be on November 25th.
The Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
Yeah. So you can participate in Black Friday if you like. We've made it easy for you to. Because we're going to be closed. But you can go shopping. And then on Saturday, come shop with us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We'll be here.
We'll be here.
All right.
So, on our way over, speaking of Thanksgiving, on our way over to the shop today, I noticed that some people in our neighborhood already have their Christmas decorations out. And some of the retail shops that we pass on the way already have their Christmas stuff up. So, how do you feel about?
Well, I mean, I understand getting the lights up because that's no small undertaking. However, this is Thanksgiving window. This is not Christmas window.
We have
Christmas window begins the day after Thanksgiving.
Strong feelings about keeping your holidays separate.
I would say firm.
No Christmas trees before Thanksgiving.
I would just say it's there are rules in place. There are specific windows. Like, you don't put the Thanksgiving stuff out until after Halloween, and you don't put the Christmas stuff out till after Thanksgiving. It can be the day after Thanksgiving. I don't care. I'm not saying December, but I do feel like day after Thanksgiving situation.
Okay, so no tree at the shop until after.
I'm sorry for anybody who might be disappointed. The day after, Small Business Saturday, that tree can go up.
Actually, it's probably a good idea because we don't have a lot of space in here.
Space is at a premium. So. We keep bringing things in.
You know what? Last year we decided to decorate the tree with all handmade ornaments. So I knit a couple of ornaments. I think I might have crocheted one. And a really sweet girl that comes in from time to time, Coffee and Weaving on Instagram is her handle. She wove some cute little ornaments with sticks that she found outside. So if you want to make an ornament and put it on our tree, that we'd be happy to have it. Kind of like another little community project. Mm-hmm. Or if you just want to get inspiration, come in and check out our tree and see what other people. Oh yeah, you know what I was going to do is make garland out of little felted sheep balls. Pass me one of those.
One of these eyeballs?
Yeah. No, they're not eyeballs. Kristen made these cute little felted sheep, and she spun them into yarn that she wore to, she made a cowl and she wore it to Rhinebeck. But cute little sheep garland balls would be fun.
Oh, yeah.
All right, cool. Hey, did we get any new stuff since the last time we podcasted?
New stuff, yes.
Like what?
We have got biscotti yarn. Guys.
Ooh.
Okay, this is...
Biscotti is a company out of Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And they, I saw some of their self-striping yarn at Stitches, Texas. And I thought, how can I get some of that? So I was on their website, and I saw that they have a line of...
Not Harry Potter
Let's
yarn.
just call it Harry Potter inspired yarns. They have it in house colors and sock yarn. They also have they have a platform 9 3/4 that you didn't grab that we have over there.
Well, I guess folks
And
will
I
just have to
think
come in and find out what it looks like for
I
themselves.
think one called Witch's Cauldron. They also have an Aran weight self-striping that they are calling Sorcerer's Scarf. So you can, it's like a house scarf all in one skein of yarn. So
A house that is not in Harry Potter.
I'm a Ravenclaw. So I whipped up a quick little Ravenclaw scarf out of just one skein. And it says Aran, but I feel it could be thicker than that. So this is it's a 1x1 rib, so it's the same on each side. So I can do one of these numbers.
Is heavy Aran a thing?
It feels like it could be. It's pretty heavy. I put a little bit of fringe on the end. I used every scrap of this one skein of yarn. You could get a wider, longer scarf if you use 2 skeins, but yeah, it's really, the colors in it are really nice. So they've done the striping for you. It would be a nice kids project too, because it's so bulky and it's self patterns. It'd be fun.
Awesome. Mm-hmm.
Totally awesome. Oh, also, if your house happens to be Horn Frog, we've got TCU colors too. Somebody asked me if they did that custom for... No, they didn't do it. It happens to... the color, their color is called Constantinople, but I think we all know that it is TCU color.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. Isn't there a big Harry Potter thing coming next year to Dallas? Like a convention?
There's a big convention.
Is it Leaky Cauldron?
Something like that. I've been hearing about it. Yeah.
Okay, so heads up, people.
Quick. I knit this in like one day.
Mm-hmm.
Quick.
Or if you know you're a not Slytherin. So yeah, cool.
Yeah. What else, Hunter?
Okay. We've got a lot of fun new kits. Well, this first one is not new, but we just got it back in stock.
Oh, we did have those. We sold out of those.
The Be Sweet striped shawl. It comes with a little bonus project bag. That's what that is, isn't it?
Open that thing up. Free those skeins.
Be free.
Be free. Be sweet. Be free.
Okay. This is the project bag it comes with. And so it's a lace weight mohair.
Yeah. Cute. No, I'm just going to dump them out. So they come in, this happens to be like...
I'm going to have to put that back together, aren't I?
This is the neutral color, but what other colors do we have them in? Like pinks and blues and greens.
Yes.
Yeah, they all coordinate. All the little mohair strands, all the little skeins coordinate. Extra fine. Be Sweet extra fine lace weight baby mohair. Very cute. No, I'll put it together for you while you get the next one.
I appreciate that.
What else do we have? Oh, maybe we should... striped shawls. Oh, so this one, I think last time they only had a pattern for one. This time they include patterns for two different shawls. Look how happy she looks.
She looks really happy about that.
Yay! Knit a shawl! Yay!
No, that's finally done with this lace weight shawl.
Oh my gosh! Hunter doesn't like lace weight. He's got some sort of a bias against it. But I'll have you know that one of our regular knitters came in the other morning, and she's doing a gray lace weight project. And so is Mickey. Mickey's knitting lace weight too. that came off of there? All right. Yeah, I'll fix this later.
Cool.
What else?
All right, what else? We have also got from B Sweet the Chabot cowl. Am I pronouncing that right? I'm going with Chabot. And okay, so this is kind of a DK / worsted cowl. One of them's DK, the other is worsted, I believe.
Really fun yarns that
This is the worsted right
never
here.
had before.
Yeah, it's bijou. It's 100% recycled fibers, 15% post-consumer. It's 40% cotton, 35% wool, 20% polyamide, and 5% mystery fibers.
Yeah, it says other, I think.
Made in Italy. And then this is Mango Moon Chakra, and this is also really cool. It's got a bunch of beads and, let's see, 30% recycled viscose, 66% cotton, 3% spandex, and 1% beads and stones. I'm not seeing the stones, I'm seeing beads. Oh, no, there's the stones.
Stones
It's
in
like,
there. It's like little...
oh, Sandra, it's got turquoise.
I don't think it's real turquoise. It could be. I don't know.
Does it really matter? Yeah. So there's that, the Chabot.
And it comes wound in a ball already because it won't go through your ball winder.
Yeah, that would just
won't
really
go
not be good.
Yeah. That's
Certainly not
nice.
ours.
Who's
All right.
going to knit that sample?
Not it. I'm already doing all the samples.
All of this.
Literally. Okay, figuratively, but still. Okay, what else do we have for new kits? We've got some Classic Elite. We've got the Mason striped cardigan.
Oh, cute baby sweater.
Yes, in Liberty wool.
Nice.
All right, we've also got the Kennedy elf hat.
That is super cute. I want an adult size one.
That is in big Liberty wool. Well, there you go.
That's really cute.
And then finally, we've got the Ashley rainbow hat in Yuri.
Nice.
Up.
I suppose if you didn't have a baby to knit
Power
for,
zoom.
you could use those mini skeins for something else.
Mm-hmm.
Are they sock weight? They look sock weight. Take them out of there.
Yeah, it's recommending a size 2 needle.
Open it.
You get them out of order, you ruin the whole thing.
Roy G. Biv order.
So, yeah.
Nice. They look like a nice hand dyed or kettle dyed looking. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so that's about it for the new kits. And
Well, we have one thing that could be considered a kit.
what's that?
The advent calendar.
Oh, yes. I almost forgot. Thank you for the
No way.
reminder.
We only have 2 of these left. Originally from our distributor, we could only order 10, so we ordered all 10, and 8 of them are gone. We just got them in last week, right?
Yeah. Half of them have gone out of state. The other half have sold in shop.
So if you want one, you better come get them. So there are 24 little mini skeins of yarn, and starting the 1st of December, you find your number. Where's number 1?
Yeah, they're out of order, so you have to do a little
They're
hunting.
Trixie.
Did you say Trixie, Precious?
They're Trixie. There's number 1. So you punch up in number 1, and out comes an adorable little mini skein of opal sock yarn.
Yes. So there's
Show us one.
24 of them. They're
Open it up.
Lord have mercy. They're 15 grams each. It comes out to be about 360 grams of yarn altogether.
When I checked the Instagram tag, I saw people had posted the projects they'd made with the ones from years past. It looks like you can get about 3 pairs of socks, like with a regular cuff. or make 6 pairs of little mini, like, Rose City rollers or day off socks. So you can do other projects with them, like the beekeeper's quilt or the cozy memories blanket. You can make a scarf with them. Super cute. Yeah. So what else?
Okay, now I think that is really it for the new stuff.
That's really it for the new stuff.
That is truly it for the new stuff. I need to stop hitting the desk.
You really do need to stop hitting that desk.
Why do I keep hitting the desk? I feel very passionate about this stuff.
All right. So, do you have any finished projects?
Yes, I do. Okay, I finally finished the Issachal. I think it turned out okay.
It turned out really nice. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Was it hard?
No, it was not hard. The ribbing was a little bit tedious, but once I get into the main body of the color work, it was not hard at all.
So this is not your first knitting in the round project?
Not even close, but it's my first color work project.
That's right, because socks you're doing in the round, so that's...
I've done hats.
Were you a little bit nervous about starting color work?
I'm not nervous.
How did you feel about that?
I'm not nervous about anything I do, and I think that's the approach to take, because then you don't think anything is difficult, and then it turns out it's okay. You can just you get through it. It's okay. You don't if you anticipate making mistakes or having problems, that's when you get into the weeds. So just approach it like, hey, this is no big deal.
Do you? So that's. Do you have any? Did you run into any problems or anything?
Like there was one row I did where I noticed that I had instead of doing a slip, I think I knitted it or something, and I had to back up maybe half a row back.
Okay.
That's the only thing that came up at all.
When you started it, did you find it was a little bit too tight? Did you have to switch?
Yeah, it was, because I was doing the 2-color ribbing, and it was knit 2 one color and knit 2 or purl 2 the other color. So I had one color in each hand.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, that ended up being kind of tight, and I understand that's not too unusual when you're doing color work. It can sometimes be a little tighter, especially
throws
if
your
it's
gauge
new.
off a little bit. Yeah.
All right, had to get my look in.
So I'm asking you all these questions because you're a newer knitter who's trying new and different techniques. So if you are a newer knitter that's trying new and different techniques, this is how one of your fellow new knitters feels about color work.
Yeah, it was not a big deal. I enjoyed it. A++ would do again. All right.
Because it looks really good on me. Speaking of color work, I finished my Ashland sweater.
Tell us more.
I forgot to bring it.
That's not helpful.
But I took a picture of it, so maybe our editor can drop a picture in.
I understand he's very good.
Right about here.
Right.
Drop it in here to show you. It turned out really nice. I was worried about it being super, super huge, but it wasn't. As pointed out, the pattern states that it's got 4 to 6 inches of positive ease. So it's supposed to fit kind of large, like a tunic, and it does. I made my sleeves a little bit smaller. I had no problems steeking. The problem I had was setting in the sleeves. It's not my favorite thing. Yeah,
so I understand you came to a bit of an arrangement with Trish on this situation.
I did. It's nice to have friends who knit, because she was a little bit nervous about the steeking. So, and mainly the crochet stitches that you do to secure the steeks. which is the method that we were using. So she said, I'll set in your sleeves if you do my crochet stitches. And I said, it's a deal.
Mm-hmm. Little knitting quid pro quo.
Yeah, so she set in my sleeves, and she did a beautiful job. And I will do her crochet stitches for her steeks.
Mm-hmm. Very good. And do you have any other finished objects?
I do, but I just wanted to say with the Brooklyn Tweed loft is what I used, and it's really lightweight. I think I want to say I used like 6 or 7 skeins of it for this sweater, which sounds like a lot, but it's really light. And the minute you soak it in the water to block it and you take it out, it just puffs and it fills all the holes from your color work, and it just looks great.
Mm-hmm.
Great job.
I want to try it on. It's a little bit bigger.
You'll bust out of the sleeves. You don't do sleeves.
I'll bust out
You bust out of the sleeves. Yeah.
Well then.
You can only have sweater vests.
Fair enough.
Okay. So yeah, I really I like that yarn. It's pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when it blocks. It's like a whole different yarn when it's blocked.
Yeah, I noticed the same with the bandit cowl that I did not too long ago in a shelter.
Oh yeah.
It's
softened
up considerably.
Yeah, it's really soft. Yeah. A lot of times when people pick up tweed just off the shelf, they're like, it feels like you think that wool would feel like scratchy. But once you block it, it just blooms, and it's really nice.
Mm-hmm. And this is like half the point of having the shop samples in, so that we can make something and finish it, and then we can show people, you know what, this turns out nice. It softens up considerably. It's nice to work with. Yeah.
Okay, so for other finished objects, this one, my sorcerer scarf. It's just a plain 1x1 rib. So it's the same on both sides. A little bit of fringe. Took me like maybe a day on and off doing other stuff. And then I think I already talked about this one too, the pink monarda. So those I actually have finished things this week.
Very nice.
Yeah. So what you working on?
All right, so I got done with my shop sample, and as I've previously discussed, in between shop samples, I like to work on socks. So I was really excited to get back to socks. It was the end of Socktober, and I was able to get back on it, so I'm happy. But then you came up to me with a request.
I did. I saw a really fun scarf.
Yeah, you saw a fun scarf, and you really would like to have it prior to Thanksgiving. So you said you came and talked to me. You said, well, I guess I can do it myself, but I'd rather do these other things. And I was like, we made an arrangement, and I'm working on socks right now, but I'll take a look at this thing that you want me to make. And I looked at it, and I saw it was a bulky scarf, so I was like, fine, I can knock this out. So first I'll show you the sock that I'm working on, and this...
Just bang that bag down really loud.
I've got like a thing in there.
In front of the mic.
Sorry. My bad, guys. In this awesome project bag. Thank you, Sandra. Alright, so this is sock number 2 of the Doctor Strange socks, Savvy Skeins. I'm over halfway down the leg. But that is, again, on hold, or it sits neglected in this project bag. It's very sad. Banged it again. While I work on this scarf. Where is my pack? Here it is. Okay. So it is the Entwine scarf. And here is where I'm at on it so far. I'm banging everything down. So
it looks really nice.
Yeah. Work in progress.
Stretch it out a little bit. What does it look like when you stretch it out?
Try to do that without banging the needles. So it's got
Very
these
nice.
slip stitches.
Yeah, those Those are a nice detail.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like a ribbed scarf with a slip stitch detail. Very nice.
Mm-hmm. Get a good look at that. So,
and when you block it,
you need to be careful with blocking it. I actually, for once, read ahead in the instructions, which I'm usually notoriously bad about doing.
I think everybody is.
Yeah, they recommend a light steam blocking rather than wet blocking, as the plumpness of the slip stitch columns tends to be lost if the fabric gets stretched out or weighed down after soaking. So
yeah, I can see you really want those to stand out.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, maybe just a little light steam.
Light steam. Very nice.
Yes.
Anything else?
That's it. Sock and scarf. I'm pretty good usually about sticking one project at a time. So that's about all I have for now. How about you?
I'm working on Andrea Mowry's comfort cardi. What's it called?
Comfort fade.
Comfort
Cardi.
Comfort fade cardi. And I finally did the update on my iPhone. So I've been just using the iBooks. It now has a feature where you can mark up your PDF files. So if you buy a pattern from Ravelry or from us and you enter your email address and it goes to your file, and I don't think I'll get in trouble for showing you can't actually read this, but you can add notes and mark it up as you go. But the weird thing is, I think it's kind of glitchy because right now I don't have that button. I don't have the markup tool. But if I close out of it and open back up, it might be there again. So I don't know if I trust it. And then a couple of times, yep, there it is. It's there now. So a couple of times when I was going through last night and making hash marks and highlighting the parts of the pattern that I needed, it wasn't saving my changes. So I'm a little nervous about that. Right now they're all there. But as I go, just kind of as a backup, I'm putting little removable stitch markers to say I've done one repeat of the 4 rows, I've done 2 repeats of the 4 rows. So I'm working on that. And I thought it might be a fun idea to do a little, it won't be live, but like a live tutorial. Maybe you can record me doing a make one right and a make one left.
I'd be happy to.
And then drop it into this video. So kind of a on the fly.
We've got a guy who's good at
tutorial.
At that.
We know a guy.
Yeah,
who can probably get that done. So we get make one right and make one left is kind of confusing for some people, especially when they're starting out. So on a raglan type sweater like this.
Tell me when you're ready.
Okay. On a raglan type sweater like this, usually you'll do your make one rights and make one lefts to make your shoulder seams. So if Hunter can zoom in really tight, you'll knit to your marker. Usually you have a marker. And the make one comes from the bar in between your 2 stitches. So here's the bar in between my 2 stitches. For a make one right, the saying is back to front, knit in the front. So I'm going to dip my right hand needle, and I do it like this because I'm a continental. I'm going to dip my right hand needle from the back of the bar to the front, place it on my left hand stitch, and then knit into the front. And what that does is, see, it's open right now. If you knit into the front, it twists this stitch close. So when you drop it off the needle, there's no hole there. It's twisted close. Then I'm going to slip my marker, do my center stitch, however it tells you to do it in your pattern. And now I'm going to make one left. And a left, instead of back to the front, knit in the front, a left is front to the back, knit in the back. So I'm going to take this little bar, I'm going to go in, take my needle from the front to the back, lift it on to my needle, and this time I'm going to knit into the back of the stitch, and it's going to twist it a different way. Sometimes when I go to knit into the back, especially with sharp needles, I split the yarn. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll follow it around and then knit into the back. They can be a little tricky, but there you have it. And then you just continue on it in pattern. So that's a make one right and a make one left. There are lots of tutorials online, but you just have to remember a make one right is back to the front, knit in the front. Make one left is front to the back, knit in the back. So there we go. Thanks, honey.
You're welcome.
So about that giveaway, what are we going to give away?
We are going to give away a skein of Wollmeise Pure.
Beautiful.
In, I'm going to try to pronounce this. Der Letzel Versuch.
Yeah.
I probably could have gone a little bit more with that, but yeah, something like that.
And how much, I know the Wollmeise labels are a little confusing, aren't they?
Yes, they are, because they tell you, for example, this one tells you that 100 grams is 383 yards. However,
There's
this is actually
150 grams in there.
Yeah, it is 150 grams. So this is really more like 574 yards. Yeah.
Pure, is this pure?
Yes, pure.
No, it's 510. Or 574?
Yeah, the pure is
Twin
574.
is 510. So 574 yards and...
so I was right.
Yeah, you're right. So that's a beautiful purple color, variegated-ish, multi-tonal. It's not variegated, it's multi-tonal purple color.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. So what do you have to do to win?
All right. What we want to know is from our subscribers what you would make with this. Now, your answer actually has no bearing whatsoever on whether or not you win it, because that's going to be a random drawing.
So what you need to do is subscribe to the podcast, comment with what you would make with this. We will load all those comments into a random number generator and choose a winner. And we will announce on the next podcast.
That is correct.
Do you have to live in Fort Worth to win it?
No, I believe we are going to be happy to ship it if necessary.
I'll be happy to ship it. Are you going to be happy to ship it?
I'll be happy to ship it.
So we'll let you know if you're a winner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good luck.
Yep.
And thanks for watching.
Yep. Thank you. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.